Welcome, guys. It's TJ360 here, and this is another react to Mr. Satan versus Dan Swapiki. Hibikis. So we're gonna jump right into this, cause I want to know who would win. So I'm gonna.
And afro of one man, Hercule Satan.
Never get sick of it.
Officially, Mr. Satan is the world martial arts champion and chosen savior of humanity. Or so he would have you believe.
Hey, if I could lie that well, I'd make everybody think I'm king of the world too. Or even God.
But before he was the hero of the people, Mr. Satan went by Mark. Eager to learn, Mark sought to master the art of combat.
Young Mark honed his skills in the dojo Satan Castle, which sounds awesome, but sadly no, he was not
Wait,
actually
what's up
trained
with
by
the
devil. I looked it
Oh,
Turns out he was
Explain.
naturally gifted in martial arts, mostly due to his strangely good luck.
Yeah, like when he won his first world championship after his rival got food poisoning. That's not suspicious at all.
Victory in hand, Mark took the stage name Mr. Satan in honor of his dojo and to sound better for the cameras. His
Sound better
vigorous
for-
and explosive personality quickly rocketed him to a life of wealth.
nah, because people are this Christianity is messed up. Nah, religion is kind of messed up, and when you really kind of think about it, because well, I can say that this is only my experience, but sometimes people force their own religion down to you. It's not about the religion. It's not about doing the right thing and the wrong thing. It's just that they force this religion onto you, man. This is why I don't do religions, man. I try to do the right and wrong. I try to know what's from right from wrong is, but I don't do this religious thing. I just don't do it. I try to do the right thing best that I can, but I'm not that religious kind of guy. Like I say, like so staying out and preaching. Oh, this is the way of God, and that's the way of God, and blah 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 blah. I said, I don't want to even get into it. If you're not doing this, if you're not doing this, you're not going to heaven. If you don't like that, if you're like Christianity is like oh, if you love let's say if you love another woman, if two women love each other, that's sin, or that's what is it called, sin. I'm thinking off my top of my head right now because it's pretty late. This is that's a sin. You can't, same-sex can't get married. That's a sin, and a bunch of other things. That is a sin. So that is just Christianity where I was raised up, because same-sex can't get married and like, oh, that's a sin or whatever. But I don't believe that. Whoever you love, you should love them. Like that. That's what I believe. If you're truly, deeply, honestly in love with the person, and the person loves you back, not a one-sided love, but if the person actually loves you back, well, that's good for you, bro. That's what I believe in. Yeah.
Fame and luxury.
Yeah, that's a long speech I did that.
It almost came to an end when he and his master got drunk and made fun of some random guy's ponytail. Turns out this random guy just so happened to be a superpowered immortal mercenary who then murdered his master. Remember, kids, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words should never be used against a tree-surfing murderer.
From that day forward, Mr. Satan swore he would never fight anyone whose identity was a secret or who seemed out of his league.
Seemed to forget about that when Cell showed up. Anyway, somewhere along the line, Mr. Satan married a lady named Miguel, and after a round or two in the ovarian ring, had a daughter. Oh, and then his wife died.
Wow, come on, Boomstick, show some tact. Despite his great passion, he never let his loss interrupt his lifestyle.
He filled the hole in his life the only way he knew how, with more martial arts. He mastered techniques like his dynamite kick and megaton punch, which sounds like they would make you explode or something epic like that.
But they're actually just regular kicks and punches. He really only named them so he could scream awesome words while fighting. Hey, this is anime after all.
I feel more than a little underwhelmed by this guy right now.
Well, Mr. Satan's techniques were enough for him to legitimately win the 24th World Martial Arts Tournament, becoming the champion of the world and chosen savior to battle Cell. But we already know how that went.
I could watch that over and over.
Yeah.
In fact,
I don't blame them.
get away from me, bitch.
Mr. Satan actively avoids fighting those
I
who
don't-
clearly outclass him, mostly to save his own reputation.
The first time he saw people flying and shooting beams from their hands, he thought it was a bunch of cheap tricks and pyrotechnics. Even after seeing the most epic Kamehameha beam struggle of all time, he still denied everything.
Someday I'll bring it all to life. I will. I can't believe that you're still saying that.
But just in case he finds himself in over his head, Mr. Satan is packing an assortment of capsules containing jetpacks, disguised explosives, and even missile launchers. Man, if those existed in real life, it would be a TSA nightmare.
If there's anything he's good at, it's public performance. He often weasels his way out of dangerous scenarios with lame excuses like faking stomach aches, and somehow the entire world buys his crap every single time.
I did it! For years, I've been trying to perfect a variation of the Megaton Punch that uses latent energy to cause a delayed reaction to catch my opponent off guard.
When in doubt, we're
And the fires go wild. And everybody believes it.
one of you. Like and subscribe.
Mr. Satan is a master of deception, an excellent actor, and a complete fraud. Still, he is
A
strong enough to rip 3
fraud.
cars in half and pull 4 buses by himself. And once he actually moved faster than the untrained eye can see, but forgot bullets move fast too.
Well, if I have to say something nice about the guy, at least he's not Yamcha.
Mr. Satan has won the World Martial Arts Tournament up
And
to
you
20
know what funny?
although
You know what funny? Speaking about Yangsha, Yangsha can kick Mr. Satan's butt. You know that's funny? That's the funny part is that everybody loves Mr. Satan. And Mr. Satan is weaker than Yangsha, for Christ's sake. Mr. Satan is weaker than Yangsha. He's just rich, that's all. And Mr. Satan has more. Mr. Satan has more people love him more than Yangsha. Like that's crazy. Even Chaozu. Even Chaozu is stronger than him. Even Chaozu is stronger than Mr. Satan. And nobody likes Chaozu. Right?
only one of them was legitimate.
Yeah, the other times he rigged it by having Mr. Boo kick everyone's ass and then lose to him on purpose.
Still, it's pretty impressive he managed to befriend one of the most dangerous and untamed monsters in the Dragon Ball universe.
Oh, and one time he convinced the whole world's population to stick their hands up in the air and then wave them around like they just don't care, but whatever.
Boomstick that saved the world.
Eh,
Mr. Satan is motivated by 3 things: money, fame, and his daughter. Who he
Money,
seeks to
fame,
rise
and his
above
daughter.
us.
he may be a bit of a con artist, but no matter what he's up against, Mr. Satan still finds a way to rise above his fears through his own bravery. Wait, did I just say bravery? I meant thick-headedness and straight up stupidity.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember that. That's the best.
It's not just the ships
Oh, come on, ads.
or aircraft. It's the will to fight and determination to win found inside every Marine. Battles won.
Conceptualized and
Okay, let's
let's
see how-
Capcom's characters, Dan Hibiki was always meant to be a complete joke.
Didn't have no
Complete
natural
joke.
talent in fighting people, but his father, Go Hibiki, was a martial arts master with his own dojo.
One day, Go's dojo was visited by Sagat, an enforcer of
Sagat?
the crime syndicate Shadowloo. As an advocate of justice, Go refused to be intimidated by the crime lord and stood up to him the only way he knew how.
By kicking his freaking eye out, then Sagat brutally beat him to death in front of his own son. That should teach you to mess with a 7'4" Muay Thai monster.
It didn't.
Oh, so God. Oh, now I know what he's talking about.
Enraged and distraught, Dan swore he would avenge his father's death. To do so, he sought out a legendary dojo hidden in the wilderness of Japan.
This thing is more elusive than child support to my ex.
Seems like the more time we spend here, the more questions arise.
Yeah. Like, who the hell's Dad?
Against all odds, Dan found it. Hidden in
Wait,
the wilderness
what?
of Japan.
This thing is more elusive than child support to my ex.
Seems like the more time we spend here, the more questions arise.
Yeah. Like, who the hell's Dad?
Against all odds, Dan found it. He was trained by its master, Goken, the same mentor who taught Ryu and Ken such legendary techniques as the Hadoken and the Shoryuken. Dan began the difficult journey of mastering the use of
You're right.
Until Goku expelled him because he just sucked.
Well, technically it was because Goken didn't want his training only used for revenge, but let's face it, he knew he was wasting his time.
However, Dan's determination
Oh,
for
wow.
vengeance continued. He took the little he had learned from Goku and ironically
Goken didn't want his training only used for revenge, but let's face it, he knew he was wasting his time.
Like, who the hell's Dad?
Against all odds,
I'm just gonna laugh.
Goken, the same mentor who taught Ryu and Ken such legendary techniques as the Hadoken and the Shoryuken. Dan began the difficult journey of mastering the use of ki as a weapon of justice.
until Goku expelled him because
He was expelled. I thought he left.
Well, technically it was because Goken didn't want his training only used for revenge, but let's face it, he knew he was wasting his time.
Jeez, that's cruel, man.
Continued. He took the little he had learned from Goku and ironically combined it with some Muay Thai.
This became his very own martial art, the Saikyo Ryu fighting style.
Unfortunately, while that sounds awesome, it didn't really work out.
Dan's fighting style is, well, it sucks. It's awful. There's absolutely nothing redeemable about it. I mean,
Jeez.
he used special moves like the Koryuken and the Den Kukyaku.
Which are like the dollar store versions of awesome stuff, like the Shoryuken and Tatsumaki, whatever it's called.
Also, Dan Kukyaku, did he seriously name one of his moves after himself?
Yeah, he's pretty full of himself, which is why the Saikyo style's strongest technique is excessive taunting. He can taunt while jumping, somehow increasing his airtime. And energy at once. Dan can perform a taunt so fearsome, it will shock and amaze all who witness it just by being the most worthless thing they've ever seen.
The worst thing I ever seen.
Taunt.
Here I come! Hola! What's the problem? Don't underestimate me. I'm awesome! Woohoo! Piece of cake!
Now, Dan
Is this really the Street Fighter game?
the Godoken. In a way, the Godoken is symbolic of Dan himself.
Yeah, it's tiny, pathetic, and doesn't last very long.
Despite this, Dan eventually tracked down his father's killer and offered to make his left eye match his right. In turn, Sagat politely offered to reunite father and son. The long-awaited clash of fists began, a clash in which Dan was bent on retribution.
What? Oh shit, he won?
Yes, Dan finally achieved the recompense he had sought for so long and trained his entire
Wait, what? He won?
because Sagat threw the fight in pity. Completely unaware of his luck and now confident he was one of the strongest in the world, Dan founded his own dojo to unfortunately teach other people his worthless martial arts.
Thanks, Sagat. Not only have you killed this man's father, but you're ruining other kids' lives now, too.
You'll be happy to know that not many students actually enrolled in his class, because he kept forgetting to pay his phone bill and did not include his dojo's address in his commercials.
Classic Dan. By the way, what's up with the pink gi?
Well, it was originally white, but then he accidentally washed it with colors.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, making fun of Dan is fun and all, but let's be honest, he's not a complete pushover. He can take down multiple thugs at once, and even endured a beating from Ryu and Ken simultaneously. No
Ryu
matter how many
and
times he
Ken?
falls, Dan will always get right back up.
And remember how Goken rejected him because of his thirst for vengeance? That's because Dan can actually tap into the Satsui no Hado, the evil, deadly energy that transformed Goken's into an island-smashing murderer.
We're not joking here. Once Dan did access his Satsui no Hado to use the dreaded Raging Demon, a move which obliterates the victim's soul.
Damn! If Dan can do it, I can do it. All right, watch out, Wes. There it comes. Ah! Ah! My keys.
But more often than not, Dan's a klutz whose overconfident taunting gets him into trouble. He is his own worst enemy.
What?
But even after crying like a baby from stubbing his toe, Dan doesn't let any of it keep him down for long. After all, who else will carry on the heroic legacy of Go Hibiki?
Who do you get?
Oh!
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's
I am putting my money on Mr. Sailor
Is in danger, and only I can
because
save
I
him.
don't see anything serious about Dan.
Don't force the family to share a phone.
They only show about the Sada Hada, but he did it once.
Galaxy A20 phones when you switch.
If you're like me, blessed to radiate pure
Ah, boy. Let's skip that and let's go here.
Challenger, the infamous creator of the Psycho Arts, Dan Hibiki! Woohoo! Here I
Ha! Nice moves, Hibachi. How about you ring yourself out?
You wish, chump. I hope you're ready for a beating.
Is this fight serious?
Ha! A weakling like you stands no chance.
It looks like Mr. Satan wants to end this quickly. Which of his patented finishing moves will he use?
Dynamite King!
I'm sorry, I'm just.
What's this? He's avoided the champion's most devastating attack.
Ha! I psyched him out. He'll be too terrified to throw a single pull.
Wow, that actually hit him.
Behold the glory of Psycho!
Oh my god, they actually.
Whoa! Wow!
And now, behold my ultimate attack! Shinko!
No. Now what I'm thinking is, what do I do? I couldn't time off the arena. I slipped through my sheer muscle mass.
He's thinking on the dungeon.
How long is this gonna take?
Really?
Yeah! I've done it! After years of training and grueling exercise, these pathetic ponies' cheap tricks won't work on me! Ha!
Dad, I'm putting my money on Mr. Sailor.
Act like a coward!
Yeah! Wait, what?
What's this? Is it just me, or has Mr. Satan illegally smuggled weapons into the arena?
No crap! My backup plans! I can't go out like this! What? I've never seen these before! Obviously my challenger snuck me to get me disqualified! Can't even face me like a man!
Oh, sweet, a jetpack!
What?
Yeah. Time for the next evolution of my martial art. Ultimate Rocket Booster Psychion Doom!
Really?
Only one more capsule left, but I don't remember what's in it. Gotta think of something fast. This guy's good. I can't track his movements.
I didn't even taking this fight seriously.
What the heck? I mean, what a spectacle! What could the champ be planning? Ah, crap.
I can't believe it, folks! The match is still on! And Mr. Satan's limitless tenacity has worn down the challenger!
I think Dan's own stupidity has made him fail this.
Me, Mr. Satan. That was my plan all along.
I got Daddy none of this.
What am I doing? I can't lose to this joker. I have to win. For my father!
Oh boy. Yeah, right.
Oh, man.
Watch closely. You're about to witness the real deal.
It looks like this is the end!
Yeah! This is over!
Oh, man.
Whoa! I've never seen anything like that! He punched him so hard he turned into a jukebox! It can only be the
What?
technique, the karaoke punch!
Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. I need to change my pants.
Hercule Satan!
What?
How he could disappoint his father in the afterlife.
Hercule Satan and Dan Hibiki may be pretty pathetic in context, but keep in mind, before the Cell Saga, Mr. Satan was actually a legitimate world champion.
Unlike Dan, who only has one confirmed win to his name, and it was handed to him out of pity.
And Mr. Satan has proven
Pity.
time and time again that he is stronger than the average athletic man.
He once pulled 4 tour buses, which is nearly 60 tons, and then he punched through one of them. That's a sheet of steel right there. Dan struggles to throw a single guy over his shoulder.
Mr. Satan once broke through a tower of 19 tiles with a single chop, and is the only character in Dragon Ball history to have fought both Cell and Majin Buu and not die.
And not die.
Dan's key attacks were his ace in the hole, but in true Hibiki fashion, it amounted to nothing but failure. Just like the time he managed to pull off the Raging Demon, only to be stopped by a high school girl's backpack.
The key to Dan's failure came from within.
The winner is Hercule Satan.
Wow. Dan was just disappointment, man. Just disappointment. Anyway, I'm TJ360, and I'll leave the link down in the description below. I'm sure most of everyone already watches this in 2015, so probably, I'm sure everybody already watched it. So I'm out.